Where are those eye test idiots who said Bissouma was better than Declan Rice? Brother can't even play a full 90 minutes. Had 0 for 8 GA versus Rice picks. Did you say it was better? Bissouma was better than Rice, Staffy?
I said he's a better single pivot, yeah.
Do you still believe that?
I mean, a bit muddled right now because of Bissouma, because I do have a lot of criticism for him, but I do still think he's a better single pivot. I think Rice is elite at something else that Bissouma can't do, which is being more.
I get you saying single pivot, double pivot, but which one, in your opinion, is the better midfielder? Just overall, all things being equal, who's the better player in your opinion?
I still think on his day, I rate Bissouma more, just because he does, in my eye test at least, he does more on the ball.
Terry, I said on one of your terraces that I thought Bissouma was better, but I didn't really believe it. I said to Jim after, I don't believe it, but I couldn't say to the Arsenal fans that I think Rice is better because I wouldn't back down. But Bissouma isn't fit to lace Rice's boots, sorry. I mean, they're different.
It depends what holding midfielder you want, though, Terry. It all depends.
Bissouma's awful. I'd get rid of him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, so Don, I understand your point. It depends on what you need, right?
Yeah,
but still, we cut away all the flannel. At the end of the day, you might need an out-and-out number 9, and so you go and sign. Name me a good number 9.
Ivan Toney.
But you wouldn't say Ivan Toney's better than Ronaldinho, that's also an attacker, just because you need an out-and-out number 9. So what I'm saying is, as a midfield player, point blank, Don, in your opinion, who's better, Bissouma or Rice?
I think Rice overall is the better player, but in terms of press resistance, like, I would say Bissouma's better on the ball, in my opinion. I think he's a better ball.
Let me elaborate on something, Don.
I think it's better.
If you would tell me which player would you take at United tomorrow, I would take Rice, because I need a Rice in this team. I don't need a Bissouma in this team. But that's what people need to understand. I'm not saying that I don't rate Rice. I actually rate Rice. I just rate him into a different category than Bissouma. They're both midfielders, but they don't actually do the same job. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I don't rate Rice. People need to calm down. You know,
so if you're building a team, you would take Declan Rice, you would take Bissouma, a team from scratch. You can pick any players in the world. You would take Bissouma over Rice, though.
I'm starting to have issues with Bissouma's consistency, because I think he has a lot that Rice doesn't do, but he's actually having because like in the beginning of the season it was amazing. Pretty much after his 2 suspensions, I'm seeing a lot of mistakes that he wasn't doing in the beginning. That doesn't make him a bad player. That makes him an inconsistent player. So I might just retract back the fact that I said we'll see at the end of the season if he's world class or not, because now I was not looking at it like it. So I might take that on that one. But not all of a sudden did he forget how to play football. Not all of a sudden did he not become press resistant. Not all of a sudden did he become bad at breaking lines. And stuff like that.
I think. Do you know what I would say to you? I think you're focusing more on how things look, as the aesthetic side, which I get. Bissouma gets nowhere near him for leadership. He hasn't taken a team like Rice has done with West Ham to a final and won. I think those elements there, availability as well, those elements, I think Rice leaves him for absolute dust, if I'm being honest with you.
And it's discipline.
Discipline, the whole thing. Staffy is letting his ego get in the way again. How is Bissouma better than Rice in any way? What a joke. Ball knowledge is questionable, is what Aya says there.
He was like this while I was talking. This is what he did. I just explained twice in a row that Rice is elite at other things that I need in my team, but he didn't listen to me. It's okay.
Yeah, it's true.
If Chelsea beat Leeds, it throws off the run-in because Arsenal versus Chelsea game will be scheduled before or after the North London derby. This is just a great point. It's a very, very great point there. Kate, with the reverse psychology, you're not fooling me on the Arsenal to win stuff.
You never win, Kate. You never win.
Can Kate's husband, Jimbo, confirm that this is the right lady before us? I might be listening with my eyes. Lol. The phrase there. You see, I don't get this one. So Salah clearly showed his mentality for Egypt. He got injured. Like, it's not a mentality issue, surely. We're not doing this to Mo still, surely. The reason to bring who?
Cassidy.
Sorry,
you don't even know who he is.
No, I just couldn't read the name. My dyslexia kicked in. Is to provide extra protection for to Caicedo, because Caicedo was on a yellow card and had possibly the possibility to get a red.
That's not the role he came on to play though, because Enzo was still on the pitch. He was literally running behind Nkuku and trying to win headers, bro. That's what he was doing.
Staffy and Agal's take on Jackson, perfect example of basic analysis versus seeing the full picture. Jackson's link up is brilliant, finishing still raw.
I didn't speak about Jackson. I spoke about Poch.
No, you did speak about Jackson.
You did mention Jackson. You said he was shit. Yeah,
bro, they cut me off. I said Jackson was terrible at finishing during that game. The absolute clear-cut chances he had. If it wasn't for him,
you didn't say that. You said he's shit.
Exactly. You did say he's shit. You said he's shit, and I said he's a shit finisher, good footballer, and I think that's what the super chat means, because me and you didn't have the same take. So I'm assuming he's saying that I saw the full picture and you were just being basic when I'm analyzing what Jackson does.
I did a little bit.
To be fair, when you get cut off before even saying the second word, you can't even make any analysis.
I mean, you cut me off as I was giving my take on Jackson, so
yeah, but you kept talking, so I let you go.
I was talking for like 10 seconds before you cut in. You know what I mean?
All right, then, guys, we'll swiftly move on. Why does Stevie Wonder act like Chelsea are first? Oh yeah, have hope. He's still stuck in 2018. That guy. If Chelsea got a 1-0, everybody would say Poch defensive masterclass. I actually blame the players for not finishing their dinner in the first half. So at the time, Poch trusted his defense to win the game more than the attack, is what Akil says here.
You can say defensive masterclass if you give Hall an XG of nearly 2. I'll be real.
There we go.
He was their best defender.
I would have literally said I would take the 3 points, but City was still creating. We were lucky to get away.
It's funny how Doku got away with not getting any slander this whole show too. He was terrible.
He was bad. I agree.
Well, Gusto shut him off.
Again, I don't even. Yes, I didn't look at it as him being terrible. I looked at it as him. It's a bit like if Haaland's attempts were brilliant and it was in goal. The keeper made world-class saves. You'd praise the goalkeeper's saves. Gusto deserves credit really for me because Doku's quality. Waffling, this is for you, Staffy. I think waffling doesn't count as an explanation. Your ego doesn't let you admit the obvious, my friend.
I mean, talking about my ego, when you keep sending super chats after super chat to prove a point, I don't know whose ego needs to be tested here. Secondly, I just said I might have to take the L on the world-class take because he's been inconsistent. So once again, get your fingers out of your ears. Stop doing this while I'm talking, and just hear what I'm saying before you send super chats.
Staffy showing Tottenham love again. He always loves Tottenham.
Staffy, don't condescend.
Oh, here he goes again.
Don't condescend.
Hey! Stop giving it the big one.
Thank you for the super chat, my G. Love you loads, brother. Don't worry, Don and Staffy. The Arsenal Express is never late. Always comes on time in Easter.
Oh, don't worry. No. This is good. The heartbreak is always sweeter, bro. I want them to be giddy and jumpy.
I think this is a Liverpool fan looking at the badge. I think he's saying that come Easter, Arsenal's express train comes and they die.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying. Right. I'm saying this is good because it makes the heartbreak always sweeter.
You want to know something? Liverpool have a better chance of falling off with their injuries than we do right now.
I need Arsenal to win. This is gonna surprise all the Arsenal
crybabies. Am I wrong?
That's what I'm gonna call them that from now on. The Arsenal crybabies. Listen, I want you guys to win.
Let's keep it real, guys.
Hey, God, you're just talking about cutting people off, and now you cut me off. Okay, man. Go ahead.
Let's go. Go ahead.
Guys, we're going to get through these super chats just because of interest of time. Nico ain't Egal. Egal is a fraud for calling Jackson shit, but comes on here to say Havertz is crucial for winning headers for his team. The hypocrisy is wild.
And if Jackson
one is a midfielder, one is a striker.
Pardon?
One is playing in midfield, one is playing as a striker.
So wait, Havertz. So you're telling me that Havertz is better than Jackson on the ball? Then is what you're telling me?
Havertz is has been playing in the midfield.
No. Is Jackson better on the ball than Havertz? Yes or no?
I don't know. You tell me.
No. He's not.
I love you, Gal. It's crazy to assume everybody should react the same way to a loss of a family member. No, I get that, AJ. I think that's why people said, and if he isn't coping, take some time off, which is true, which is fair. Disasi and Corwell, after every clearance, were really pumped up. This is what you want to see every week from every player. The passion and the players are clearly playing for Poch. I saw some footage today of a young player playing for Barcelona. I think he's a team captain at that age group. And he's kneeling down. He's doing some kind of chant they do before games. And it was like mad passion. And I'm like, I hate how people think passion is like, certain people don't like the idea of passion because they think of it as some weird English, beating your chest trait. Like most countries have passion and desire. It's not an exclusively British thing, I'm telling you. When you're wrong in life, we don't need context. For example, I was wrong about Xhaka in the past as an Arsenal fan. That Doku stanky leg move has been found out. Oh yeah, what's his name called? Stank leg. That's what what's his name? Daniel Sturridge called it. What is it called? Yeah, Daniel Sturridge. His analysis on the Raheem Sterling guy called it a chop and whiskey. Chop and whiskey.
Yeah, Terry, did you see Gusto doing it back to him, like flinching back at him as well off the ball?
Already done that super chat. Rory called that Chelsea performance give him his flowers. I mean, Rory actually called every little bit that went on in that game. He actually broke the whole thing down. What would happen? The man was like Nostradamus. That's not the one who rings the bell for anyone who cares.
You know who was wrong, Terry? Hassan on Straight Facts. He said go and press that Chelsea, that Man City center back partnership. What a foolish take that was.
Well, you can cook him on Friday, brother, on Straight Facts. And as an Arsenal fan, Rasmus is a good striker because he starts creating his own chances when nobody gave them to him. But if you put him in a team, he will beat Haaland. Pause. I mean, I don't know about that. I will say this. I didn't mention it earlier. He's goal with the chest. Everybody agree he meant that?
Yeah.
It was good.
He said he meant that.
He said.
I know. I'm just seeing if any of you are salty bastards. I'm just checking. That's all.
I actually think the first goal was a bit better because everybody had seen him go past the goalkeeper, and even me, I was looking at it and I thought, yeah, he's gone a bit too far there. I don't think he's gonna be able to get it back into the net. And he still managed to whip his foot around it and get it back into the net.
There was a lot to do with that first goal still. The second one was just nonchalant, cheeky, loved it. But there we go.